about 9 o'clock to get everybody on here. Why is that so foggy? It's weird. Yeah, we'll wait a little bit. Okay. So I'm not sure why the camera is as foggy as it is. Kind of looks like I got almost like a glare going on here. That's a little better. There we go. All right. So we'll wait till some people get on here. It started a little early. Okay. There we go. More light. Hang tight for a minute. I'm just waiting for some more people to join. There was a couple that I heard from that said they wanted to join to hear about this, so I'm announcing a couple changes to my memberships in my channel. So I'm gonna do a little bit of work in a little bit as well. So I'll show you guys what I'm doing. I'm working on this lift table. This lift table's got to get done. So I got that bisexual swag. It's a little strange. Just remember, you brought it up, not me. It's 9 o'clock. We'll start in a few minutes. Hi, how are you doing? Yeah, we'll get started pretty soon. I'm going to announce some changes on my channel for some of the people that follow me. So, and then I'm going to do some work. So this will be pretty quick. Relatively quick. This is supposed to be a live welding learning session. So, but all right, well, we'll get started. So I wanted to announce a couple changes for the YouTube channel. The biggest thing being I've started this live sessions membership, and this membership is to teach people how to weld in their own home. The idea is I had gotten a lot of messages and a lot of people asking me how they can weld at home, or how can they learn. And come to find out, aside from looking at pre-recorded YouTube videos, there's not much out there. So in order to kind of supplement that, my plan was to make this memberships program where for $10 a month, you guys can learn to weld with me. And I had talked to Blue Demon and TechniWeld USA, which they are now parent companies of each other, and they had agreed to sponsor the program and help me out with this. So they started sending me stuff to help me get started and to review, and started going pretty well, but we have not had any subscribers in the past month. I have not had any activity in it. I've had a lot of people say they want to do it, but nobody actually pulled a trigger on getting a membership. And on top of that too, some things in my personal life have changed. I've gotten a lot busier, so I haven't been able to spend as much time posting for the members as much as I wanted to, so I'm sure that's not as attractive. And of course, my live sessions have not gone as well as I thought they were because I don't have any members, so I stopped doing them. But I have to do something to stimulate this growth a little bit, because this is more for people that want to learn how to weld and get started in their own garage, or do it in their driveway or basement or backyard, or maybe even get into the career. So I have to figure out how to structure this, and I think I've come up with a better plan. So I'm still going to do lives. It's still going to be every other day at 9 p.m. or every other Friday at 9 p.m. unless something changes and I can't make it, which will be notified. Now, I did say I was going to do, podcasts and daily posts and all this stuff. And to be perfectly honest with you, a lot of the stuff that I'm getting myself involved in, I can't post it. I've signed a couple NDAs. There's going to be a couple more NDAs that I have to sign. For those of you who don't know, the non-disclosure agreements. So a lot of stuff that I'm working on, I can't post about it. I can't even tell you guys about it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm still going to do the lives. I'm going to start some sort of blog or forum page for members to talk back and forth. And to be able to, more like a community page. I wasn't able to structure the YouTube page quite like I wanted it, so I'll have to do something outside. Only people with a link will be able to access this. I have an idea on how this is going to work. So, and I think I know how to build it. I just got to do it. And we'll be able to share different content, share different ideas. This is kind of like a community sharing, everybody learning together type thing. So if there's some members that have more experience versus some members who are just learning how to weld, everybody can kind of collaborate together and share some welding knowledge. With that, because this seems to be a big deal on the internet, on this page, I will not tolerate shit talking. So, and I'm going to make that very clear in the beginning. If somebody's out there trashing somebody else for their welds or telling them they're no good or anything like that, I will kick you right off. I'll refund your subscription, I'll send you on, and you won't be back. Okay, I don't tolerate that. Everybody's in here to learn how to weld, and if that happens, I'm just not going to let it. I'm just not going to let it continue. So I'm going to put that out there right now. So the other thing is that I have two tiers. I have the interactive tier, and then I have the live sessions. The live sessions tier is the one that is set up for people to learn how to weld live. I'm going to get rid of it. I'm just going to do one tier. It's all going to be the same, $7 a month. You'll get to learn how to weld with me. Everybody gets the same thing. I'm just going to leave it up to one option. That's it. It's all good love. I bought a MIG welder to teach myself how to weld. I'm happy for you. Good. We need more. I would like more people to start doing that. If you're interested in learning, sign up to be a member. Like I said, $7 a month. That's what it's going to take. I'm going to get rid of the $10 a month tier. Yeah, so that's basically what I wanted to talk about. But the other thing I wanted to talk about too is that I've had a lot of people talking, and I've started doing the stick welding as some of the lessons. And I've been very forward with the fact that there's a stickman fab. So stick welding is my go-to because of how comfortable I am with it. But it can be pretty intimidating for other people to get started. So with the new members, with any new members, what I would like for anybody that will become a member here in the future is I would like them to post what they want to learn. What are they looking to get out of this program? Because this program is going to be tailored to you guys. I don't have a curriculum set up, and I really don't want a curriculum to be set up. So if you guys want to, I'm actually going to go on right now, and I'm going to get rid, that way people don't go for the wrong thing. I'm going to get rid of that $10 a month subscription. Nobody has it anyways. Memberships. We've got one person that's doing $6.99. Levels. I'm pretty sure I can get rid of one. Let's delete this level. I'll tell you what, Big Red, what would be really nice is we do a little bit of collaboration if you end up doing it. I wouldn't mind it, doing lives back and forth and stuff. I'd talk to a couple friends of mine that do side fab stuff like I do. And that would be pretty cool. All right, so I got rid of the $10 a month deal. All right, Tomato, what are you saying? There is not one video in all of YouTube explaining the proper uses in different metal alloys that call for each type of tungsten TIG rod. And the types of feeding rod and what are proper instances. That's an interesting thought. Oh, there are members only chat rooms. Okay. Okay. So I just set up, so now it's only $7 a month. The $10 a month plan is gone. So now it's just $7 a month. Anybody who wants to learn to weld, and it's going to be based on whatever you guys want to do. Now I have a bunch of stick welding stuff that is set up and ready to go. There's a lot of people that are interested in TIG. Tomato had a really good idea about talking about the different TIG rods and functions. I do have a video that compares the different types of tungsten on stainless. So I didn't actually dive into what's supposed to be good for what, but that's a good idea. If anybody's interested, I can do a quick explanation, but that is a good idea for a video. I like that idea. So, yeah, $7 a month. Now with this, be part of a community page. I'll get that set up, whether it's through, it looks like I can set it up through YouTube, but I might go third party, or another party is what I should say. Now you also will get kind of behind the scenes of some of the projects that I'm doing. And like I said, it's looking like my own welding career outlook is going to change a little bit. Not that I won't still be teaching, but there was a couple contracts that came my way that I am thinking about entertaining. So if there is any where was my train of thought there? If there is any interest in a welding career, especially in, you know, the welding industry or the pipeline industry, it might be worth sticking around for that. So, anybody have any questions? Anybody want to give an idea out or anything like that? That's basically all I had as far as the announcements. So I'm gonna still do, you know, I still go live weekday mornings, 4 a.m. Eastern time, thereabouts, on the stuff that I work on with the hour that I have in the morning. I'm still gonna do that. Everybody's gonna have access to that. What the members are gonna have access to is more deeper look at some of the projects that I'm doing, and as far as, we'll say, a day in the life of a pipe welder, the day in the life in the welding industry, that's something that's gonna come to light. So, anybody got anything? So I'm gonna end the other horizontal live that I got going on right now because I'm gonna need this camera. So you guys on the vertical live or whatever, I'm still gonna have this open. But that's what I'm thinking as far as the membership program's considered. So it's sponsored by Blue Demon. I'm still thinking, well, Blue Demon, they don't have any input on what I'm doing. They just like what I'm doing and supporting it, which is fantastic. But I have projects that I got going on, and these projects are going to be incorporated into these kind of welding lessons. But like I said, I kind of want this to be a building ground for people who want to learn, and I don't want to limit it to one process. So I would like, you know, anybody that joins to kind of put in their own 2 cents. What do they think I should do? What do they want to see? Is there any machines that they're thinking about? Projects that they want to do? I mean, if somebody has a good idea on a project or a project they want to design, if somebody comes up with a really good idea, I'll design and build a project, and then the members will get, oh, that was the other thing. That was the other thing I was going to do. So some of the projects that I have coming up, for example, this lift table. This lift table is going to be, I am drawing it in AutoCAD right now as I build it. Not the greatest idea, but it is. And I will have the plans made, and when I get the plans all made and done and directions, I'm going to sell the directions on how to build the lift table. Now, for the members of the program, I will give you, if you choose, I will give you the plans for the lift table. I will send them to you for free. They will be available for you to download for free if you become a member. Now, it's not done yet. The video that's going to come out for it, I'll have to, you know, I'm going to have to finish editing the video once it's done. It's not obviously done yet, but yeah, if you guys want to build a lift table. The idea of the lift table was that I need a motorcycle lift for a project that I'm doing, which is the Wicked Twisted exhaust. And need to put it on a motorcycle. I was just going to go and purchase a motorcycle lift, but instead of purchasing a motorcycle lift, I really just want to build a lift table, because having a motorcycle lift sitting here, and if it doesn't have a motorcycle on it, it's useless to me. So I'd rather have something that can do multiple things. I put my motorcycle or somebody's motorcycle on the table. I can lift it up and down, put it down. It's not going to be the best motorcycle lift ever, but it'll be a really nice table. So, anyways, that's about where I stand with that. So, now I did title this Free Welding Lesson, so I will go into a free welding lesson with you guys that are interested. So stick around, invite other people, do what you need to do. Yeah, and I'll actually leave this back here. Sandra, I feel like you've been here before. But I promised you guys a free welding lesson, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Once I get my microphone off. Put that down. Okay. Now, I got some things that I have to build, and we're gonna do that while I do this lesson. But first rod that I'm going to introduce. So there's a reason why I pick stick welding over any other process as my go-to. Actually, there's big red no, I do not only stick weld, I do all processes, all manual processes. I even do GMAW as well, and some self-shielded flux core. But yes, I can do all processes. Stick welding is just my go-to because it's the one that I've been doing the longest, and the one I am the most comfortable and confident in. And in my opinion, it's the most versatile, but that is my opinion. All right. Let me get my stuff on. So stick welding has its many uses. Now, I went over 6011, and I also went over 6013. One rod that I did not go over yet, and that I was saving, I'll come back here, is 7018. Well, 7018 is probably one of my favorite rods to run for multiple reasons. It's a very versatile rod. It's a very strong weld that is established. The weld is resistant to metal fatigue. It is a medium penetrating rod, so it does not penetrate as deep as 6010 or 6011, but it does deposit a lot more metal. Technically speaking, in the category, they call it a fill freeze rod. I kind of put 7018 in its own category. It doesn't fill quite as much as 6013. It doesn't freeze at all. And technically speaking as well, it's supposed to be kept in a rod oven. Now, I don't have a rod oven, so if I ever do a project for a person and I need to use 7018, I buy a new can for that project. I don't use my home rods that are just sitting outside all day, because since 7018 is a low hydrogen rod, you have to keep the water moisture out of it. If you have any in it, you have a higher susceptibility of hydrogen cracking, which it's a crack that ends up right down the middle. So I will grab a scrap piece, which I don't know how much scrap I have left. I've been doing a lot of stuff lately. I don't have a lot left. I gotta have something over here. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot at all. All right. Well, I got this little piece right here. Sure, I'll run on this little piece. Now 7018 is a drop and drag rod. So you just get the arc started. Once you get the arc started, you just drag right across. Now I'm gonna use, is this it? Yeah, I'm gonna use Blue Demon 332 7018. Of course, Blue Demon sponsors this live welding lessons program. So I'm gonna put fire on the machine up here. Let's plug my machine in first, that would be helpful. Oh, awesome. Nice to see a fellow welder watching. Now, 7018 drop and drag rod. I'll just drop this down and I'll drag it. Now 7018 takes a little bit more amperage than what other rods do. So for 332, you're gonna wanna run anywhere between 80 to about 105 amps. Now I'm at not 80. Now I'm at 80. Now let's drop and drag. You'll see how much slag is on this thing. Now the arc length too is very close. Your arc length is very tight, tighter than most other rods. Come on. And there won't be as much spatter, there won't be as many sparks, but there's gonna be a shit ton of slag. So here we go. All right. That stinks. There's the slag right there. Now, if everything goes well, this slag should just fall right off. There you go. Pretty simple. This rod is a really easy rod to run. As a matter of fact, this rod is so stable that I have a video of myself just starting the rod, starting the arc, and then just laying the electrode down and just letting it burn up and weld itself. That's how stable this rod is. Let's run another pass right next to it, and now if there's heat into it, it should melt in a little better. That's what you want right there. Okay, see that slag peeling up? Ideal temperature, ideal position, travel speed, all that stuff. Big Red, I'll see you later. Thanks for sticking around. That's what you're looking for. It's a good rod to run. So, that's about all the time I have for this for today. I'm going to grab some of my pipe and stuff from my lift table, and I'm going to start cutting and fabricating that. Because ideally what I want to do is I want to get this lift table ready to go. I would like to get the legs welded on by Monday morning. That's it, 7018, nice simple rod to run. It's just important that you keep them nice and dry. If you have somewhere to put them like a rod oven, that would be ideal. And then they're a brilliant rod to run. My favorite combination in the world is a 60-10 as a first pass or 60-11 as a first pass, and then 70-18 to cover it. You get the penetration power of the 60-10, and then you also get the metal fatigue resistance and the eye appeal of 70-18. Yes, it does take longer to do that, but it makes me more confident in my welds. All right, that's that. All right, so if you guys want to stick around and watch some more of this stuff, feel free. I'm going to start another live that is better titled for this, but I wanted to get that out there again for any of you that weren't here a little earlier. I changed my live sessions a little bit, and I'm going to start doing them $7 a month. I'm going to start up a community page that everybody can kind of help each other out with welding. I won't, on the community page, I won't tolerate any shit talking, but you know, there's one thing to be fun and joking. It's another thing to be putting down somebody else, especially when somebody's trying to learn. So that's for members only. You'll get kind of an inside look as well as to what a daily life as a welder, CWI, or somebody in the welding industry looks like. Now, my outlook, at least in the field, is a little different than most others. I'm very involved in a lot of things. So it's a little different for me than it would be for a lot of other people, but at least it gives you an idea. So I'm going to start another live, better titled. So if you want to check out what I'm doing there, go on my page, find this live, and you'll be able to see. But thanks for watching this one, and maybe I'll see you here in about a minute.